What's going on, everybody? It's UIJ here today, bringing you guys a different type of video. This will be a news/discussion type of video on the Dragon Ball Super manga. The manga returns after a 3-month hiatus. This will be chapter 88. This is a arc that will be covering the prequel to the superhero movie. So right now it seems to be covering Goten and Trunks. We get a little bit of Goku, Vegeta, Broly, or actually Broly's not shown, but we do get to see Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, and Whis seemingly after the events of the Granola arc. So I'm super excited for this. I'm super pumped up. Backstory, you guys are probably wondering, what the heck, UIJ? We've seen that you obviously always upload your music on here, your podcast, your gaming clips, and obviously I've done a discussion video or a review video rather on the Thor Love and Thunder movie, and I plan to release more discussion videos on the MCU and just nerdy things overall. I'm a huge nerd, but Dragon Ball is a big part of my life, and it's a big part of my brand. UIJ stands for Ultra Instinct Julio, and I've been wanting to cover and talk about Dragon Ball for a long time, so I thought, why not start while I upload my music on here, and hopefully this attract some attention, and you guys go ahead and tell me my ideas are stupid or my ideas are awesome. But this today is not really about power scaling or anything. This is just, like I said, reviewing the information we have on this new chapter that's supposed to release in 4 to 5 days. And not supposed to, it will be releasing in 4 to 5 days. But courtesy of DBS Hype, we have summaries, and the summaries go as follow. Chapter 88, The Birth of the Superheroes. The chapter starts with Goku and Vegeta back on Beerus' planet. Goku, Whis, Beerus, and Oracle Fish eat yakisoba noodles, while Vegeta looks upon the sky, looking at his new goal of defeating Black Frieza one day. Meanwhile, on Earth, two mysterious maskmen appear on the streets, calling themselves the Cleanup Heroes, Saiyaman X1 and Saiyaman X2, to stop a jewelry store robbery. The robbers and civilians are surprised to see the heroes overturn the thief's car. They begin to deliver their heroic lines in front of the people. One of the thugs points a gun of the heroes, but X1 destroys the gun and puts it in a bag and gives it back to the thief. That is pretty hilarious. Then the thieves charge them with knives, but X1 and X2 dodge them with ease. They finish it with a double kick, and the thieves are down on the ground. Cleanup complete, say the two. The heroes amass themselves after going to the rooftop of a nearby building, and it's none other than Goten and Trunks, who have now grown up. Now, side note, I'm going to take a break here. This is pretty awesome. I'm a huge Goten and Trunks fan. I'm sure a lot of you guys are. Individually, even away from the character of Goten, I love these two guys. And I personally love the Saiyaman arc. I'm one of the very few people probably out there that really enjoyed it, honestly. Even after rewatching the Dragon Ball Z manga last year, was it? Maybe like 10 months ago, almost last year. I rewatched the whole Dragon Ball Z anime, and honestly, I love that Saiyaman arc. I love it so much, and I'm glad they're doing something with these kids and something around the lines of that. But what's here? Let's pick up back here. They talk about their dialogues and poses being similar to a game hero, Cleanup God. But Goten tells Trunks not to worry much since they're a duo, while the Clean God works alone. Did I call him the Cleanup God? Oh gosh. Just then, Goten receives a news alert. Trunks gets excited hearing the word robbery, but it's actually a robbery of personal information due to cyber attack. This makes Trunks lose all his excitement, as there's no way they can fight cyber criminals. Goten notes that Trunks isn't so good with computers. Just then, Goten receives a call from Chi-Chi, who angrily shouts at him for being home late after school. Both Goten and Trunks haven't told their families about their hero activities, so Goten changes to his regular costume. Trunks wants them to have a wristwatch to switch costumes like Gohan did. Since he can't ask Bulma, he decides to ask Pilaf to make them instead. Goten leaves with the flying Nimbus and leaves his superhero outfit with Trunks. Trunks lands on their other side of the street and wonders if he should change his outfit there or go home with the superhero outfit, since he can't risk any civilians to know about his secret hero identity. Right? So this seems fun. A lot of people are going to be turned off by this. Sorry for my terrible reading. I'm pretty illiterate, but a lot of people are probably going to not be too excited because this isn't going to be very actiony. I seen already a few people on Twitter kind of disappointed that they're not going to be showing Broly, but I told everybody everybody that I've come across, my friends, apparently this chapter is going to be 55 pages from what DBS hype is saying. So if it is 55 pages, yo, that's going to be awesome. Hopefully we do get to see at some point, maybe at the end, Goku and Vegeta going to the planet where Broly's on and talking to him or whatnot. But so far, I'm loving this. I'm loving this slice of life type of stuff, this more grounded stuff, because we know Goku and Vegeta are super OP. You know, you watch Seth the Programmer's videos, you watch other people's videos on Goku, Vegeta, how strong they are OP. So it's awesome for these characters like Gohan, like Piccolo, like Goten, like Trunks to get their time to shine and develop. And yeah, I'm hoping that Tien gets a power boost soon too. Like, it would be awesome to see Tien get a crazy power boost. I know he's human and you could probably only do so much with him, but you know, Tien's pretty badass, man. I can't even cap. Going back to the old school Dragon Ball days, but I digress. Summary part 2 goes as follows. Trunks gets surprised to spot his grandparents at a nearby flower shop. He quickly puts on his helmet to not let them know about him. Dr. Brief spots him and says, "Oh, aren't you the something man who appeared on the scene earlier?" Trunks introduces himself as the hero Saiyaman X1. Dr. Brief's pet dinosaur recognizes Trunks and goes running toward him. Dr. Brief notes that their pet dino doesn't usually bond with anyone other than family so fast, to which Trunks replies that superheroes are loved by all. He orders Dino to sit and he flies away. It's so freaking weird. Dr. Brief notes that the number of youngsters flying in the sky has increased in the recent days. Dr. Brief's wife, Panchi, comes near him after buying flowers. Upon hearing that Dr. Brief was talking to a superhero, she wishes to talk to a hero one day too. Low-key, I feel she's always talking about like meeting other dudes. I feel like she at one point flirted with Goku. You know, it is kind of weird. Anyways, though, Dr. Brief tells her that the superhero's voice sounded very familiar to him. Panchi asks Dr. Brief to choose one from the flowers as she plans to give them to Pan on joining kindergarten recently. Dr. Brief thinks to gift Pan with a fancy airplane since the last time he saw her, she was upset as she couldn't fly like Piccolo and others. Suddenly, Dino notices something. It's the Capsule Corp helper robots running away from a zombie. Next day at Capsule Corporation, Trunks goes to Pilaf to ask him about the wristwatches. Pilaf tells him that Trunks is ready and hands him over to him. Goten's will be done in a day's time. In return of keeping this secret, Pilaf asks Trunks to keep the stealing of Dragon Balls a secret from Bulma. Trunks agrees and reminds him about his part of the deal, to which Pilaf says that he hasn't even told Shu and Mai about their hero activities. Suddenly, Bulma interrupts them from behind and asks what they're talking about so secretly. Trunks gets surprised but manages to avoid the question. Bulma asks him if it isn't his school time. Trunks runs for his school but sees Mai and Shu pick up a heavy box and stops to help her. Shu asks Trunks to help him lift his boxes too, but Trunks ignores him and leaves after blushing and telling Mai goodbye. Bulma notices this, so references to the future Trunks timeline with Mai and Trunks' relationship. Mai's more grown up now. This is pretty awesome. I'm loving it. Once again, a lot of people may not like it, but you know, these are the type of things I appreciate from Dragon Ball because I'm just a super big Dragon Ball fanboy, if you want to just say that. Bulma confronts Pilaf by telling him that she saw him sneak into his room and steal the Dragon Balls from there in the surveillance camera. Since he's obviously going to wish for something silly, Bulma wants him to hand them over to her to keep them in safe hands. Trunks leaves for school riding a bicycle similar to what Gohan rode and We Got a Power song, just not a Capsule Corp model. Loving the references, man. Trunks arrives to school, the Blue Hal High School. He sneaks into his class from the window, but the teacher spots him and punishes him for being late. So goofy to climb into a window. Hilarious. Trunks' friend Compass asks him about the reason he's late, to which Trunks replies that he's been busy with some after-school work. Compass assumes it's related to the Capsule Corp, since Trunks is going to become the next president, but Trunks makes it clear to him that he doesn't wish to be on that position. He wants more excitement in his life. That job is too boring, he thinks. That's awesome that they're mentioning that, because wasn't that something that they kind of pointed out to the reason why Trunks wanted to leave Earth in GT? So this is pretty cool. Trunks' friend, and I understand GT's not canon, it's more of a fan-made thing, but it's just awesome to see these type of things be referenced by Toriyama in the manga as this progresses further on. Trunks' friend Lula invites him to Butterfly Mountain for a test of courage. Game since the school hockey players reported ghost sightings. Trunks backs out saying it's too boring, but in reality, he's too afraid of ghosts. After school, Trunks invites Goten to come over and play Clean God game. Trunks wants to be more active in his real life hero time, not in the game playing as a hero. Seeing Trunks watch, Goten can't wait for his too. Trunks tells him that he used the watch once during recess to go buy 2 movie tickets to Clean God's first day showing. Goten thinks the ticket is for him, but Trunks tells him that he wants Mai to go out with her. Or he wants Mai to go out with him, rather. Typo there. Trunks goes to the lab to ask out Mai for a movie that Saturday, but she rejects the invite as everyone in the lab is busy fixing the helper robots. Trunks asks her the reason why so many robots suddenly need fixing, so Shu tells him that these robots became disobedient and ran away from their owners' houses. Pilaf believes that this is no malfunction, must be someone's doing. Shu tells that according to some rumors, there's a group of people who appear at night and modify the robots, causing them to malfunction. Trunks thinks to catch those guys to free Mai for next Saturday. Woo. So this is a pretty beefy summary, but like I told you guys, it's more than likely 55 pages, this chapter. So bear with me on this first video. And if you stood along with my terrible reading, I really appreciate it and love you guys. And I would love if you hit that subscribe and like button down below if you're fucking with this content. But right back to the summary. Trunks gets Goten and goes out to the streets at night. The boys don't see anything suspicious in the area. Goten mentions that there have been reports of ghost sightings in that area too. Trunks shivers in fear while Goten is calm. Trunks says that as the son of a scientist, he can't believe that ghosts are real. But Goten reminds him that both Goku and Vegeta both died once and came as ghosts to the real world. That's freaking hilarious. I feel like Goten is always doing that with Trunks. It's pretty hilarious. Trunks bumps into a seriously injured-faced man, gets scared, and hides in an alley. Goten notices the seriously injured-faced man to do something with a remote to an old man's robot. Trunks thinks he's wearing such a mask to scare people. A car passes by the boys with bright lights blinding them. They suspect the culprit is inside the car, so they follow it. It leads them to the rumored Butterfly Mountain where ghosts are sighted the most. Trunks is scared. He wants to go home, but Goten wants to continue. Goten reminds him that solving the case would let Mai go on a movie date with him. Trunks overcomes his fear and is now ready to solve the case. Trunks and Goten find that their helper robots were reprogrammed to work at their factory. A heavily injured man in bandages notices intruders, but it's actually Trunks' friends. The man in bandages grabs Compass by the neck. Trunks asks Goten to wait outside as he transforms into Saiyaman X1 and goes inside to save them. He arrives at the nick of time and saves Compass. The zombies gang up on Trunks, but he easily sends them flying. Trunks hits the leader with an upcycle punch, but he blocks it. He says his body has been modified to withstand a certain amount of impact. As Trunks is about to try out another one of his finishing moves, the watch times out. He loses his costume and his identity is revealed to his friends. Goten destroys the lights and takes away the schoolmates to safety, leaving Trunks behind. Goten tells them that it was those ghosts doing. They made them hallucinate into seeing Trunks as Saiyaman X1. What a homie, I swear. Back in the factory, Trunks defeats the leader by going into Super Saiyan. Trunks finds a safe. In it was a disc titled Dr. Gero. He takes it home to check it later. Super Cop Krillin arrives on the spot. He was there as he got a report from a nearby resident seeing moving corpses in that area. Trunks gets shocked and fear hearing moving corpses. Krillin further informs them that recently many bodies were stolen from the mortuary. People who saw the dead bodies moving here reported to the situation. Sometime later, Dr. Hito returns to the factory at Butterfly Mountain. He notices all his Alpha soldiers knocked down on the ground. Alpha 12, the leader, gives him Trunks' school badge and tells him that a kid from the school did this. Dr. Hito is pissed to see that the Dr. Gero disc is missing from his safe. The sushi business he was starting to catch pace now, but thanks to Trunks, Dr. Hito has to find a new business to carry out his expenses. Next day, Trunks comes to the lab to go to the movies with Mai, but Pilaf tells him that a lot of severely broken helper robots were collected from Butterfly Mountain, so they need to fix it or they can't go to sleep. Trunks really realizes it was him who did that to those robots, right? So on the end note, What's on the disc that Trunks found next time Hito's operation begins. All right, guys, so that was pretty long. Thank you for bearing with me in my terrible reading. But overall, that sounds pretty awesome, pretty fun to me. I'm super excited. A lot of people, once again, they're not going to be too hyped up about this type of stuff. But I love this slice of life stuff where it's a prequel to the superhero movie. So hopefully we see how Hito was able to make Gamma 1 and 2 so strong, and how he was able to get the idea to make Cell so strong, and where Gohan, what Gohan was doing that basically led up to him getting Beast Gohan. And yeah, hopefully we get answers to all that, because that's, would be awesome. A lot of people are going to hate on that, but getting answers is the dope thing about it. But I want your idea down below in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this, or what you think about the summary that we have so far. Do you think this chapter is a L? Do you think it's a W? Do you hate it? Do you love it? What are you excited for? Are you excited that this is finally starting to talk, really cover Goten and Trunks? And what are you excited for the most to come out of this, whether it be Black Frieza, Ultra Ego Vegeta, Ultra Instinct Goku, Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, the boys getting stronger? What are you excited for in this Dragon Ball Super manga? With that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video right here. Thank you for making it all the way through if you did. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It really is appreciated and it helps a lot. If you're messing with this content, feel free to check out my channel for more upcoming Dragon Ball content, and just to help support my channel. I have music, gaming clips, all types of stuff on there, and I will, like I said, I will be having more Dragon Ball discussion videos along with more nerdy video discussions coming out. I'm actually working on the next Dragon Ball discussion video right now and the next MCU discussion video right now, and I have more music on the way. Links to that will all be in the description down below. With that being said, thank you guys so much. UIJ out.